Hello, my beautiful souls. My name is Tina Marie J. 2 hours later. I'm Tina Marie J. This channel here is where we get it poppin'. So for this specific video, this is honestly, guys, something I should have talked about a long time ago. I always have it in my head to kind of make videos on it, but I have so many thoughts on it. I think I'm just gonna make this into a series. So this is my LGBTQ and Christian series. For those of you who don't know me, I started this channel because it was my way of, my watch is telling me that I earned another hour toward my stand goal. I was a part of a cult for 7 years, and I was a part of Christianity for basically my whole life. And so I started this channel as a way to help other people, to warn people about the cult that I was a part of. And then that turned into me sharing my journey as I was exiting religion. It was totally unplanned. This whole channel is unplanned. Right now, I consider myself to be more spiritual. I believe in a higher power. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in worshiping any particular deity. That's where I stand. I want to talk about the LGBT community. I don't know how many of you that watch my channel are a part of the LGBT community. I know a couple of people here and there that are a part of that community, including the trans community, and I appreciate and love you guys so much. When I was a part of Christianity, I wholeheartedly supported, and still to this day support, the LGBT community. And when I was a Christian, I was kind of taught that I wasn't supposed to support it. So basically, whenever anyone would talk about the LGBT or anyone would ask questions about it, I made sure to refrain from those kind of conversations. I always had friends in school that were gay. I even had a couple friends that ended up being trans. I have a cousin who is gay. He is actually the producer. He's the one who wrote the show Pose. You guys don't believe me? Check out some pictures of me and my cousins. So his name is Steven Canals. I'm super freaking proud of him. I know we don't look alike. He's from my Puerto Rican side of the family because I'm mixed. So I definitely have a different kind of relationship when it comes to, let's just say, LGBT. I want to respect all parts of that community. I do have a specific relationship to that community because I have someone that I love who is gay. My cousin, growing up, I could tell there was something different about him, but he's my cousin. I never cared. I always wanted him to know that I support him wholeheartedly, because there are people out there who won't, and there are people who don't. And there is someone watching this video right now like a jackass who is here just to troll, and they don't support it instead of going out and watching some Trump video. When it comes to being a part of Christianity and also being a part of the LGBT, or even just supporting the LGBT, it gets really tricky because the lines blur. So the way that I kind of dealt with it when I was a part of Christianity, like I said, I refrained from those conversations, especially when there was religious people talking about it. But I kept a lot of my own personal thoughts and opinions to myself. I felt very, very conflicted. When I was a part of the cult, the ICOC, I remember asking one of the women who baptized and did my studies with me, where do they go when they die? I mean, they're human beings just like us. Where do they go? And she was like, well, Tina, unfortunately, sad to say, but they will not go to heaven. And I was just like, but my cousin is gay, and he is a beautiful, amazing freaking person. So you're telling me he's not going to heaven? I've had several people tell me that. So that was really hard for me to digest, because I have to force myself to believe and to agree and to think the way these people think. But really, in my heart of all hearts, I don't agree, and I don't think that way, and I can't force myself. So now, as a person who's no longer a part of religion, it's even more easier now than it was before to embrace that community openly. I've never had anything against the gay community. So now, as a person who is no longer a part of the religious community or the Christian community, it's so much easier for me to just say, oh, hell yeah, I support you guys, because I don't have anyone there to tell me that I'm gonna go to hell for supporting it. I think that as a people, no matter what your religious or your political views are, it needs to be respected, but you also need to respect other people's differencing in opinion. You need to respect that not everyone thinks like you. Not everyone believes how you believe. Not everyone sees things through your lens. What really helped me after I left religion, now I'm able to see the difference in how my thinking was. So before, I just saw through my Christian lens, my religious lens. Now I'm seeing it through my non-Christian, non-religious, agnostic, spiritual, whatever you want to call it, lens. But I still remember what it was like to be a part of religion and see through that lens. So now that I see that it's very different on both sides, I can better understand it. Therefore, that will lead me to better being able to accept and embrace and respect it. I don't want to get all biblical because of the fact that I don't think of Bible. I think of human. I don't think of religion. I think of the heart. So I see that community as normal human beings, and they just see things a little differently. They see it as, I can love whoever I love, whereas most heterosexuals see it as, you have to love only that which is opposite of you. I can understand how a lot of people may say, well, you know, the Bible's against it, or this is not natural, this is not how it's meant to be. If it was meant to be this way, then it would be natural. But then I always tell those people who think that way to question, if that really is the case, then why is it that people who are gay, who've been gay their whole life since they were young enough to remember, they've always geared more towards the same sex? What do you say to that person? How do you explain how that happens? No one really has an answer. Some people say it's like a chemical imbalance. Some people think it has to do with their upbringing. Some people say it's because they were molested or raped. Not every gay person has been molested or raped. It's an excuse that people use to avoid the fact that there are actual people in this world that really love someone for their heart and not for the body parts that they came into this world with. Even though I personally may not understand how a woman, for instance, may be only attracted to women, or a man may be only attracted to other men, or I may not understand how transgenders think and feel, I do understand that everyone has a heart and everyone deserves to be loved and respected at the same level. It does not matter what color your skin is, or where you come from, or who you love. To me, all that matters personally is that person's heart. I think that a person has a right to claim Christianity as being their sole belief, while also being able to accept and respect that someone else may not be a Christian and just may happen to be in love with the same sex, or may change their own gender. I think that when it comes to the LGBT community and Christianity, the two sides just need to figure out a way to get along and to be able to say, I respect you for your beliefs and I respect you for your beliefs, without disrespecting each other. Because the problem comes in when you have these religious people going around trying to Bible bash, beat people over the head with their Bible and their scriptures and telling them they're gonna burn in hell. But then how are you going to be able to come to any kind of meeting ground? Do you honestly believe that going out there and protesting is gonna stop people from being gay? No. You have to really try to put yourself in the other person's shoes without putting them down and bashing them. There is a way that's extremely possible that we can all coexist, no matter what we believe in, no matter who we love, no matter what skin tone we are, and no matter what background upbringing we come from. We can learn how to accept and love each other's differences, because that's what makes us all beautiful. I feel like the gay community deserves to love who they love. They deserve to be the person that they believe they are. I don't have any right to tell anyone who to love or what identity to claim themselves. That is up to that person. And just because I accept and respect it doesn't mean I understand it. It doesn't mean I have to agree with it. It just means that I love you regardless, and I respect you, and I accept you because you have a heart and you're a human being, and you hurt and you go through things and you bleed and you can get sick and you can be happy and you can be sad and you can be excited. You have the exact same traits that I come with. Oh my god, what do you know? Isn't that crazy? We really are all the same. I know this video is kind of all over the place. This is really just my brief overview, just the surface of my personal thoughts when it comes to the LGBT community and Christianity. I just feel like the two can coexist. And don't get me wrong, because not every Christian out there is against the LGBT community. Not every Christian out there are a bunch of bigots. Not every person who is a part of the LGBT community is against other Christians or religions. There are some people that claim themselves as Christians and they're also a part of the LGBT community. I personally know a few, so that's not a huge shock, but I think that when it comes to that, even, we really need to just accept and embrace it. And that really is just for a whole nother video that I may just add to the series. So that's my brief overview. My camera's dying, so I'm gonna get up out of here. I love and appreciate you guys all so much. Look down below in the description box for any links on how to contact me. If you want to donate and you really want to support and love this channel, then I have my PayPal, or you can just subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I love it all just as equally. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you in the next video.